Okay, yes, I'm going to record something, so my daughter's going to help me set up parallel staging on the rocket.
Can they hear the both of us?
They can hear you, kind of. So, alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to slap on a coupler, and then we're going to slap on ourselves a parachute, although I'm thinking I might not even play this long enough to get good at this thing. Slap, yeah, smack, okay, whatever. We'll throw on some advanced stability control, because I love how it works.
Let me say this.
Say what?
This is kind of in the story.
In the story?
Yeah.
I love my daughter.
And I cast that move that the enemy knew.
The what?
You don't remember that story.
No, I don't remember that story. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do an LVT-45 on the bottom of a single tank. Ashley, Daddy's trying to talk. Do I have to tell you to go away? And let's snap this to grid. Okay, so now to set up our stages. So I'm going to stick 4. Actually, can I do 6? Let's see if I can do 6. I'm going to do 6 units. Radial decouplers. And then I got to like...
our fridge is broken.
It's not working today.
Why?
I won't snap to my grid. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I got to... It's a known bug. You got to snap parts to the rocket before you can snap them to the rocket. It's kind of irritating. Alright, so now I got 6 fuel tanks on radial decouplers. Actually, you know what? I did that totally wrong. I don't want to do 6 at once. What I want to do...
Would you like some space food?
We got some space crackers. Got space crackers? Oh, I'll take a space cracker.
They don't make any crackers. Just pretend they don't make any crumbs.
Now we're going to hear me going crunch, crunch, crunch. Alright, so let's do 2.
That's okay.
2 will be easier to set up than 6 at once.
Okay, so they know when we're eating our space food. Yum.
I love it when parts won't snap to the rocket. Alright, so now...
They're even tastier when you put cheese on it.
Maybe we got some space cheese somewhere we can put on our crackers?
We have to heat it up.
You have to heat up the space cheese?
Yep.
Okay, we
with
got...
the cracker. The cheese on the cracker and we heat it up with the...
So the water I'm drinking in my cup, is that space water or is that not really going to work?
No.
Why won't it work?
Because no space straw.
I don't have a space straw? Oh, okay.
Maybe we should go to McDonald's for that, but that's only at dinner time. Hey, maybe we could
Maybe you could be quiet and I could tell people what I'm doing. 'Cause I'm recording.
Okay.
Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to throw some LVT-30 non-gimbaled engines on the bottom of these upward tanks. And now what I'm going to do is throw all my engines down here at the bottom. I'll throw this upper one up here. So I got... What? You need to be quiet. So I got...
pickles to put on the crackers.
Quiet. So I have the... You see the green ones lighting up there, that's stage 3, and stage 2 is the other set. So what we're going to do is we're going to fuel lines from stage 3 tanks to the stage 2 tanks. And then we're going to run fuel lines from the stage 2 tanks to the center tank. And what's going to happen
I don't even get to say something.
Not now, because you don't know what you're talking about. But you'll learn. Okay, now, I may need some atmospheric stabilization for this thing. So,
I'm going to tell you the exciting news, Daddy. Not one loose tooth on the top of my mouth, but 2 loose teeth on the top of my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one just started to get loose, but my other one was still loose. Isn't that cool? It's like an opposite.
Oh, they don't want to snap the grid there. That's interesting. I want to do 4 at once. Alright. And then because we can, we're going to go ahead and do... Oh, that's why I'm missing my... Alright, so now that's all nice and stabilized up and stuff. So we're going to call this parallel. Or asparagus. And we're just going to launch this mess. And we're going to see what happens. Now when I launch, you'll see my stage 4 grouping down here. All 5 engines are going to go off at once.
Oh, is that what made good? You can make your engine.
And wow, that's really loud, so we'll turn it down. Okay, so you'll notice my stage 3 separator tanks are running out first. So when they're expended, they'll go away. But I'm not touching the fuel in these other tanks or the center. All 5 engines are only burning off 2 tanks of gas.
That's what I said.
Because they got the fuel lines. So as soon as that hits empty, bam, and now I'm running off of these side tanks.
Would you like another one?
But I lost 2 engines. But I also lost the 2 engines' useless mass and the empty fuel tanks. So the rocket lightened itself as I went. And I'm still accelerating at a pretty fast pace, so I got to slow down some. I might be able to get in orbit with this thing, but I'm not sure. So alright, we're at 10,000 meters, we're going to start a gravity turn. And we're going to turn towards the 45-degree heading. So I'm hearing that that is the best way to do a gravity turn, is to turn towards 45. Now if I had mechanical Jebediah, I could actually keep track of my atmospheric friction losses and stuff. I was watching a YouTube video with Scott Manley, and he was trying to set up how parallel staging is supposed to, or not parallel staging, how gravity turns are supposed to work, and I've been doing it wrong this whole time. So now that I'm out of the thick atmosphere, I'm going to go full throttle. Okay, those stages are done, so now I'm running on just the LV-245 and just the center tank. And I'll go click the map view real quick here, and I'm watching my apoapsis rise up. And this way, I got a short, stubby little rocket to get into orbit pretty efficiently. And we're going to go ahead and aim towards prograde. It's the most efficient way to do it. And I'm already at 1,100 meters per second, 1,200 meters per second. Let's go map view. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I want to get my apoapsis at about 100,000. So it looks like we're going to get there.
Looks like we're gonna be Aiden.
And then when I hit 100,000, I'll just kill with my thrust. Alright, so now... So I'm going 1,500. Well, I'll see how fast I'm going once I get to apoapsis. So let's speed this up. Can I speed it up? Not yet. I'm not quite out of atmosphere yet. Let's go orbital view. And so I still got some fuel left in here. I might have enough to make orbit. So it's a nice simple rocket. Crumbs. Alright, so now I'm down to 30 seconds. Alright, so we'll go ahead and nail this to the wall. Firewall. And we'll watch our vector march right along. So I need to be about 2,200 meters per second to make orbit, so I might not make it off of this engine, but I'll get pretty close. And we hit burnout just shy of 2,000, or 2 kilometers per second. In fact, I can actually slow down now, since I'm catching up with the apoapsis point pretty quick. I'm outrunning it. It's getting further and further out.
Daddy.
So now I'm just barely keeping it a little bit slower. What, Ashley?
Don't you want to eat something?
I eat a cracker? Oh, a space cracker, thank you.
Yeah, did you forget? In case we get hungry.
Okay, so what I guess at 2,200 meters per second would put me in orbit. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm probably going to just throttle off and catch up.
Something. No talking with the mouse phone. Now just wait, and then you can talk with your mouse.
Man, these are yummy space rations. I bet Jebediah approves. Actually, who's my pilot today? Neilman. Neilman's my pilot. Okay, looks like I can still outrunning my apoapsis marker. And not quite 2200 meters per second, and I'm just not quite in orbit yet. Not too far off, I guess. I want to try to get my periapsis around 100,000 also. So this will give me an idea of how fast.
That's what my dad sounds like, and this is what me sound like.
That's what you sounds like? Alright, so it's holding it, I'm catching up to it slowly.
Hello.
Oh yeah, it is a little more than 22. So 22, I guess, is a good roundabout guess. So yeah, I've now cleared the atmosphere, so 2215 or so.
When my daddy sees us, knock it out for me.
She's blabbing in the background. Okay, so
needs to learn how to contribute to the conversation and not just randomly spout out things, but with her age, it's kind of expected.
well, she got me space food. That's what I appreciate. All right, so I got 100,000 and 103.
You stick the whole cracker in your mouth, so that
sure
means
did.
you don't get messy.
I sure did. Yeah, I don't make crumbs because crumbs are bad in space, aren't they? So 2237 meters per second, and I have 150 units of liquid fuel remaining. I could probably do better. This wasn't like the most optimal flight ever. I could probably get by without the RCS tanks, with the RCS thrusters, and without the decoupler, and shave some more weight off this thing. But yeah, not bad. So that's how parallel staging works, and a really, really, really basic orbit. So thanks for watching.